welcome to Jubilee Road for the final time in 2019. Where has this year gone? It's gone by so quick, and I can't believe I'm standing here telling you this is the last video of the year already. It only feels like yesterday I was saying it was the last video of 2018, but that's a year ago. That's... wow. I know we always say, oh, this year went quick. I think us British like saying that, don't we? But for some reason in particular, this one really has gone by really quickly. So then, this is it. The end of 2019. It's been a pretty good year, if I'm honest. I've done a lot of good things. So in today's video then, we're going to look at the new Loco, which I had for Christmas, which is just sat by here. You can't see it at the moment. I was supposed to do that in a separate video, kind of run out of time because I work in retail. It was straight back to work pretty much after Christmas, so I didn't get much time to do that. So we are going to take sort of an overview look of that Loco so you can see what Loco it is. Also, most of you would know what that is already because it's been on the Facebook page. You should come and join that if you haven't done so already. I'm going to talk a little bit what the year was like, and then we are going to have the last departure from Jubilee Road, which is the station's just over there out of shot, and seems we're going into 2020. What Loco or Locos do you think I'm going to use for the last departure from the layout? Have a think about that. We're going into 2020. I think that's a bit of a giveaway. You probably know what the Locos are going to be. And they've returned from New Junction. They went on holiday there for a while. Yeah, it's pretty big clues. You probably know what the two Locos are going to be. So before we get to looking into the Loco, which is sat here, 2019 then. It's been another brilliant year for the channel. I've gained quite a lot of new subscribers, so I just want to say thank you to you guys for coming to support the channel, and obviously all the returning people. It's amazing for your continued support. Did I think my channel would ever get like this? No, of course I didn't. I'm just an ordinary Welsh nutter, I suppose you could say, who has fun playing with the layout, which you can see here. You know, it's nothing special. I don't do anything special, really. I'm just here to have fun and meet new people. That's one of the main reasons I do this. It's a brilliant community. If you haven't got your own YouTube channel, I would try and start it. It's well worth it. You get some good hints and tips and ways to do things. Because is there a wrong way of building a layout? Yeah, I suppose that's up for debate. But, well, if there's a lesson in how not to do it, have a look at you. Just messing about, guys. So yeah, been a good year. I've done some really good things. The YouTube meetup, bit disappointing numbers there, so I will be doing it again next year. Hopefully more will turn up, but thank you to everyone who did. Also, a massive thank you to Sparky, which came all the way over from Canada just to meet a few of us and have spend some time here in Wales. He was stood next to me not long ago, if you remember that. And again, massive thank you for the Loco he gave me. I wasn't going to expect that at all. That's really nice of you. Makes me feel a bit guilty that I haven't sent him anything. That might change for 2020. So Sparky, if you're watching, I might send you something over during 2020. I'm sure you would like that. You know, be visiting the preserved railways and doing work on the layout, and lots of locomotives coming in. Also a lot leaving, which you know. New rolling stock, scenery. So yeah, it has been a good year. And again, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for your support, because obviously without you, I would have given up model railways, believe it or not, a long time ago. If I hadn't started this channel, all this you see here probably wouldn't be here now. It just gives me... it's so good to me to read all your comments that I get. I get some bad ones, but then who doesn't? We all get bad comments. But what I do with these bad comments, I just give it back as good as they give it. That's the best way you can do it. I had one recently, I can't remember what he said, something to do with my accent, which, yeah, I know it's terrible. I think he didn't like it, so I just put good underneath it. I'm glad you hate it. You know, what can we do? So, what loco did I get then? A lot of you already know, so I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. There it is. This is the new Oxford Rail N7 by the GER Railway, Great Eastern Railway. Just show you the end of the box so you can get the details there. Now this particular one's been out a while, but this is the newer one with the factory digital sound fitted, and I've got to be honest, I was rather impressed with the sound. I got to be honest, Oxford Rail are probably the best value for model railways. I don't think you can get better, to be honest. And this is fantastic quality. It's a nice colourful box. It already weighs a lot. I have run the model. I've had it on 5 Mark 1s. Absolutely no problem at all. As I said, we're not going to do a full review in today's video. We're just going to have a little look at the loco, the details, give it a run around the layout and see how it sounds. So let's get into that bit and let's see what this loco is like. So let's have a little look at this lovely Oxford Rail N7. Straight away, absolutely fantastic model this. I went for it in this livery just because I think it looks so nice in this livery. You can see all the detail, there's loads of it on here. We do have sprung buffers. We have the coupling and pipework already attached to the front of the model, which is always nice so we don't have to go and do it ourselves. I love the rod there picked out in the red. That really stands out, and you can see the number, which, well, is quite large on this model, which is 1002, which I believe is the original number for this loco when it came from the factory. We've got a maker's plate there as well. Co-load, actually it's pretty nice co-load there, and I don't think we can quite see it, but it does have a really nice detailed cab as well. So we got loads of detail up here. We got the whistles, safety valves. I'm not quite sure what these things are. They're either side here. Let me know if you know what they are. They're just sticking up a back of the water tanks there. I'm not really sure. I've not seen them on a loco before, so if someone knows, please let me know. We got all this lovely pipe work there. We've got the pump on the side, really nicely modelled and very fine pipe work. You can just see if I go in a bit closer, just there, look, really lovely fine pipe work. Separately fitted smoke box dart and handrails, and it's picked out in a nice silver colour, and we've got lamp irons. It's all there. This model really is, well, it's a lovely looking thing, especially in this livery. I'm not too keen on this model in the black. Doesn't quite stand out as much, but there is one still left of these. I believe it is in the black livery, and it's currently under overhaul. I'm not sure where it is, but I know that because my friend JJ let me know it was under overhaul at the moment. Never seen it in real life. One of the logos I've not got round to seeing or running behind, which there is a lot of them. So yeah, I gotta hand it to Oxford Rail. First impressions are very good. It does look the part. So, should we give it a quick run to see what it's like? Yeah, I think we should. As usual then, we will go down to the footbridge. Now, as I did say at the intro of the video, I have had this running a while just to see what it was like, because when you get a new loco, you always want to run it. So, let's go down to the footbridge. As you can see, straight off, there's no hesitation whatsoever. It's fairly quiet. There's a little bit of motor noise there. You probably can't hear that because the heater is on, because it's getting a little cold here in Wales this evening, but it's running, as you can see, really well. There's no problems there at all, is there? So we just stop it there and we'll bring it back towards the camera. Again, going this way, no hesitation. This is currently running on 128 speed steps if you're on the digital controller. As you know, there are 3 options. There's 14, 28 and 128. 128 is normally the best for more realistic running. But as you can see, yeah, absolutely spot on running there from Oxford. So that's definitely another high score for the lovely N7. So if we just stop it there, and it gradually stops. It's got a nice decelerating. I didn't say that right, did I? No, probably not. It does slow down, that's a better word to use it, nice and gradually. It's not like hitting a brick wall like some of them are. So it's set up really quite nicely. So we just bring it back into shot. Just stop it there. And now we're going to show you, or listen, I suppose you could say, some of these sounds that this model has. So we got 16 different functions on this decoder, which isn't as many as we would normally get. But half the time I never use any of the functions. I use the whistles, and that's pretty much it. And the manual braking and all that kind of stuff. So it does go up to 16. I'm not going to go through them all today because we've got other things to be getting on with, and you get the idea. So as always, function 1 always turns the sound on. So here we go. As you can hear, it's got a really nice volume to it. It's not too loud or too quiet. I'm not 100% sure what speaker they've used, but it does a very nice job. It's not too tinny. It's a nice quality sound. And it does do the pump. So you hear that? That is the pump working away, and that is automatic. When the loco is standing still, that will do it at random times. So let's go have a look at the whistles. Now whistle 1 is the long whistle, and this plays as long as you hold the button. So here we go. You can hear that there. That sounds really nice. That's a nice, very high-pitched whistle there. Now, number 3 is also another whistle. So 2 short bursts. Now number 3 will also produce a short 1-burst whistle. It's sort of got 2 different whistles on the one number there, so it decides which one it wants to do by itself, which I quite like that. Now then we keep going down. We've got coupling up, we've got injectors, guards whistle, safety valve, cylinder cocks, and heavy mode. Now plenty of functions on there, but there is a slight problem. Now as you know, you always get, just quickly show you, you get a sheet. You can see it there, a sheet with all, it tells you what all the numbers do. You can just see it running down there where my thumb is. Now you look at these and you go, press that function and the loco does that sound. Not with this one. Some of the functions are on the right number, then others are on a completely different number than the manual says. Now function 6 is not in use. That's function 6, which is in use. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I don't know if they've printed it wrong. I don't really know. So if you have one of these factory fitted with sound, please let me know. Is it just me that's had that weird problem or not? But it doesn't detract from the model whatsoever. It runs really well with sound and it sounds good. So let's just give it a little move, and we'll see what it sounds like under motion. So, let's go. There we go, that was function 3, and we got a short whistle that time. See, that's a really lovely sound. So as you can see, that is a really lovely sound quality there from the Oxford Rail N7. Really top-notch work there. Right, as I normally do when we get a new model, we are going to have just a couple of clips of it running around the layout to see how it performs, but I already know there is absolutely no problem with the model. N7, take it away. slight hesitation there. I think that might have been something on the track. I don't believe that was the loco doing that. And there we go, that was just a couple of clips there running around the layout. Now, I believe it was the first shot, it did hesitate, now it caught something on the track. So that's no fault of the loco, just turn the sound off there. So Oxford Rail, I've got to hand it to you. You have really, really done a fab job on this. Yes, we all know that the Adams Radial weren't the best locomotives. I have one. And it's okay, but this is a really nice big step up from Oxford Rail. Really, really fantastic model, nice sounding, it runs well, it looks fab. There's one thing that I would say possibly I don't like. It's how far this coupling seems to stick out. It does seem an awful long way forward. I don't know if we can sort that or just take the coupling off altogether, which I might do, but that is the only thing that I would say that's bad. Well, not bad, a little thing about this model. Great value for money. I think I paid about $180 for this. For a brand new digital sound model of this goodness, I suppose you could say. Yeah, it is really well worth a buy, and if you're into these locos, go out and buy one, and obviously other liveries are available for this model. So there we go, that was the little overview on this lovely Oxford Rail N7. As you can tell, yeah, I'm really impressed with it. It's really nice quality, as I said, and it really is a fab model. Really, well, just a really good quality product from Oxford Rail. So let's get rid of that. So that's part of that video done. I thought I incorporated it into this one instead of doing it in a separate one. Give this video a bit more interest, doesn't it? So last thing to do then is to run the final departure here from Jubilee Road, and you've probably already guessed it, it's going to be done by my two DRS Class 20s made by Bachmann. I think as we're going into 2020, having two Class 20s was rather fitting, and I think that's a good idea. So now this is the last part where I'm going to be talking to you. You're probably thinking, oh, thank goodness for that. So yeah, again, a massive thank you from me here at Jubilee Road, from every person I have met, especially at the Whalley show, and I got to hand it to the organisers. What a class event you organise there, and I can't wait to be there next year. So yeah, I will be there. And then right at the end, I'm going to share with you some of my favourite photos. You might be able to spot some of yourselves in it, because there are other people will be in those photos, just to have a little look back through the year. So basically, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back here at Jubilee Road or on location in 2020. So enjoy the last departure here at Jubilee Road and some photos. Bye everyone.